Welcome to the Kindness Project, the podcast designed to share stories of kindness and share how kindness can make positive change in our world, one small act at a time.
This time on the Kindness Project, Mnemonic Planets, Jammie Dodgers and Word of the Day. Thank you again for joining us for the Kindness Project. I've just found out what watch parties are on Facebook, so we're going to be talking about that a little later. And we're gonna crack on with the show.
Yes.
I'm joined by a girl who is quite clearly sleeping on Mars. Sleeping at last.
Mentioned that one, didn't you?
It's Shoutout.
And keeping with the planet theme, I'm joined by a man who recently learned his first mnemonic about the planets. It's Chris Dames.
Right, can you share that? Because that is amazing knowledge.
Mum's at my phone. I don't have it memorised, but it's my very easy method. Just speeds up naming planets.
So if you're a podcast listener, you'll know that one of my favourite shows at the minute is Richard Osman's House of Games, because it's just amazing. And he had a question on House of Games about the planets. And Charlotte said, "Well, I know all the planets because." What's the mnemonic?
My very easy method just speeds up naming planets.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Speeds up.
Very easy method. Just Jupiter.
We'll get there.
Speeds Saturn up.
Uranus.
Naming Neptune.
Planets. Pluto. What's Pluto still doing on there? That's not a planet anymore.
Named after a Roman god. It doesn't deserve this disrespect.
I know. So, how are you today?
I'm good today.
How's the lockdown? How are you coping with the lockdown?
I have found a new favourite song.
Go on.
It's called 2 by Sleeping at Last, which is obviously the purpose of your introduction.
Yeah.
And I think it's absolutely brilliant.
I think Sleeping on Mars is a good band name, though, didn't you?
You made that slip up because they have an album with all the songs are named after planets in the solar system. My favourite in that album is Saturn.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. If you're viewing, please say hello.
Yes.
We love to hear from you, and we love to have your live comments on the show. So I really appreciate that. But we've had more and more people getting involved during the day, and we've got loads and loads of comments to read out. If you're new to the Kindness Project, this is our little mission while we're in lockdown to spread a bit of positivity and kindness and share the stories of people doing just great stuff in this really weird situation. So
I'm watching this on a Facebook Live.
Are you watching us?
And we're a couple of seconds behind, so
why are you watching us on a separate screen?
You're doing it as well.
The comments. I didn't realise that. I've just realised people can see my head hole. That's a bit embarrassing. So we normally pick 3 topics to talk about every day, and normally we never talk about any of them. But today we have picked 3 topics, which are, let me tell you,
scroll down a bit too far.
Theme parks. Movies we plan to watch.
Yes.
Word of the day.
Yeah.
I don't want to go immediately off topic and talk about something that I'm watching on Netflix at the minute, which is why oh God.
You're always watching something on Netflix, aren't you?
I am, and it's normally a documentary, and this one is no exception. It is about tiger zoos and a murder plot. And it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, and it's really good. What are you watching at the minute?
I'm not.
Oh, podcasts.
Yes.
Podcasts are your life at the minute.
Yes, I started this one called Caravan, and I'm only half an episode in, but already this dude is camping with his best friend, and his best friend, who he hasn't seen in 2 years, just announced that he's getting married to this woman he's known for a good couple of months.
Okay. Fair enough. Just a couple of months. What do you reckon the optimum length is? You should know something before you get married.
Oh, I don't know.
Because 2 months seems short.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember exactly how many months it was, but it was less than a year.
Yeah.
And I don't think if you've known someone for less than a year, you should be
I don't know.
I
reckon at least 2.5 days is the length of time.
You shouldn't go somewhere and meet someone and an hour later you're married to them. I think that's
give it. Yeah, you're right. Give it at least 90 minutes. is what you do. 2 hours max. Do you know what I mean? And then you should know. Do you, just out of interest, and on that particular subject, do you believe in do you believe in dropping your pen halfway through a live podcast interview?
I do it all the time.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
Okay. Why?
Just don't.
Okay. So listeners, not the official question of the podcast, because we're going to come on to that. And we have got an amazing question of the podcast today. The side question for live viewers, do you believe in love at first sight? And if it's yes or it's no, why? That'd be really interesting to find out. Now, shall we get on to the actual question of the podcast?
Yes.
And do you want to let people know where they can get in touch with us?
Oh, right. Well, obviously, if you're watching this, you're on our Facebook page, which is brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's the Kindness Project Facebook page for those who aren't watching and who are just listening, which is still dedication.
Or if you're watching on Catch Up, that a lot of people are doing. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we have a website. Is it linked to the Facebook?
Yeah, website is www.thekindnessproject.co.uk.
And then we're at Ola Kindness on, I was going to say Instagram. Twitter. We do have an Instagram though.
2 years we've been doing this. 2 years.
We do have an Instagram though. I was scrolling through it this morning.
Have we got Instagram?
On Instagram.
Yeah. I don't know whether we've got TikTok yet. Are we damn the kids on TikTok?
I hope not.
No, we're not. So we're on Facebook. You can email us holla HOLA at thekindnessproject.co.uk. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. You can get in touch with us all over the show. If you're really into the Kindness Project, you can buy a Kindness Project t-shirt on the website. Just go www.thekindnessproject.com/merch and you can get access to everything you need to on there.
I'm just waving at people who are watching on our Facebook Live.
Are you waving at? Are you actually waving at people? Who's watching?
Someone said please do a TikTok. Wait, let me go down. Oh, that's very nice.
Okay, so who's watching? So
Okay.
we've got Kelly watching, we've got Louise watching, we've got Steve watching, we've got Jamie watching, we've got Kay watching, we've got Lorraine watching, and we've got Tracy watching. Mike Christie's watching. Hi, Mike. And Kelly's watching. So
Ooh.
thank you guys for watching. And we're going to move now on to today's question of the podcast, which is, what is your favourite snack? Now, snacking, when we're all on lockdown, is quite a dangerous habit, isn't it? What have you been snacking on?
What have I been snacking on? I've been trying to avoid snacking, so I've been snacking on information.
It's not particularly tasty,
I'm
though,
learning
is it?
sociology.
You are.
But oranges, yes, I've had my fair share of oranges.
So your snacks are sociology and oranges. Is that what you're telling us?
And information from the D&D Beyond website.
All right, because you're into Dungeons and Dragons at the minute. I am snacking at the moment mainly on Jammie Dodgers, which is very, very dangerous. I need to.
Jammie Dodgers just making me think of that Doctor Who episode with the Jammie Dodger and he pretends it's the TARDIS self-destruct button.
I remember that.
Yes.
I remember that. So yeah, what is your favourite snack? What are you snacking on at the minute that you're really enjoying? Isla said her favourite is custard creams. Hi Isla, how are you? Hope you're enjoying the show this morning. If you've got any spare custard creams, bang them in the post, mail them over. You're more than welcome. And apparently
mini cheddars.
Now I've said Jammie Dodgers. Isla wants a Jammie Dodger.
I do like mini cheddars.
So it's good. Thanks. Keep those comments coming, and we'd love to include you in the show. What I want to do as well is just give a shout out to something that Sophie and I really love to do, and again, this just shows how incredibly geeky we are. It is. Oh, I've just gone onto my Twitter and I've got a photo of Donald Trump shaking his little hands. Donald Trump and his little hands. Not something you want to cheer you up. So there's a few websites out there that give word of the day, and I'm going to give you your word of the day from the Collins Dictionary website today. And the word of the day
We are
today,
just a family of
geeks. I know,
yeah.
we are.
Do you know how much time I spend on synonym.com?
What is synonym.com? Tell me about that.
You put a word and it gives you like a whole box of synonyms for it, and it goes from most relevant to least relevant based on which use of the word you're
What's
using.
your favourite synonym?
I don't know. I just like looking through them all.
The word of the day I'm going to pick, which was yesterday's word of the day, was lopabranc, which is apparently a seahorse. I didn't know that. Did you?
Any telost fish of the suborder having the.
Oh yeah, let's not even go there.
It's not a seahorse.
Let's not even go there.
But, you know,
Include seahorses.
It's close enough. Oh, more people.
So, what I'm going to do now is, as per usual, talk about the amazing work that small businesses are doing around the country to cope in these times. Have you got a jingle for Small Business Shout Out yet or not?
Small business shout out. It doesn't have to necessarily be a jingle.
Your jingles all sound like they're either Kindness News or Small Business Shout Out.
I'm trying to make it vary between
Higher and lower.
you know, like Ninja Warrior UK and Bruce's The Price is Right.
They were two very bizarre references, but I like it. Unofficial
love
question of the
Bruce's The Price
podcast.
is Right.
Favourite quiz show to watch while you're in quarantine? Is it? I reckon. You know what? I was doing some writing the other day. You know what sprung to mind? Bullseye.
Oh,
Bullseye.
I mean, like Supermarket Sweep. Not the new one.
God, not the new
The
one.
old one.
The Dan Winter one. The classics are clearly the best.
Yeah.
So let's talk about small businesses. I mean, the reality is potentially Supermarket Sweep has come to life with everybody hauled buying. So you've just got to go round and go, make sure you've got everything in the bag. Kay, thanks to Kay for her comment, and said, Kurt Oliver from the White Hart in Swaffham in Norfolk, he's made a Facebook page called the Emergency Group Swaffham, and he's asking for people to say they need help, and he's helping them. And apparently there's these little Facebook groups popping up all over the show called Emergency Group, so that people can go on and comment, ask for help, and get help from their local communities. I really enjoy like that idea. Big shout out to Francis Barrett today, who I was on a call with earlier, who said to me, why are you not using watch parties? And I didn't know what a watch party was. So apparently, if you're enjoying the show, you can say to your friends, come and join my watch party and come and have a look at the Kindness Project. If you just click on your options, please do that if you can, because if we can share some positivity in the morning to our audience, that would be amazing. Alison Hagen said, can she mention her brother? Of course she can, Alison. He's written a series of books in Creole patois, and they've just been shipped to Guyana, and they're being distributed in schools there. And he's just released his latest book free on Amazon Kindle. And what we're going to do is, after we come off live, we'll put a link to that in the show notes so that everybody can download that book free by Amazon Kindle. Now, we've just been sent a message of Isla holding a Jammie Dodger and a custard cream. Now, can you tell your dad, Isla, that isn't breakfast, right? You need to.
That's not sustainable.
That's not sustainable. That's not sustainable nutrition. But thank you for your photo. I really appreciate it. If you want to send in a photo of you with your favourite snack, that would make our day. We haven't worked out how to share it yet, but that'll make our day. So big shout out to Francis for sharing how we go start a watch party. Have you started a watch party yet or not?
I started one on Mum's phone.
But not on yours.
Mum took my phone.
All right, okay, fair enough. And then Andrew Berwick said, who's supporting us both with the Kindness Project. He's our resident IT man, and he's carrying on working and helping people remotely with their IT issues. So thank you for that. And a big shout out to Nadine, who runs loads of charity events, does amazing work for a bunch of good causes, and she's taking her face-to-face events online with her first one on Saturday. So thanks, Nadine, for carrying on despite the difficult circumstances and taking it all online. I mean, that is going to be our new reality, isn't it?
For
Online.
the next 3 weeks, at least.
What did you just look at there? You haven't got a watch on.
I always do it when I'm say a time amount. It's like it's not like watches
For
can
the
tell you-
next skin.
for the next, 27 years. Like
For the next, I didn't realise how hairy my arm was.
you've got a hairy arm.
Sorry, I've got to make the apology now. I've got a hairy arm, and because of that, you've got a hairy arm. I hate to say
I
it.
haven't got that hairy arm. You've got a clean-shaven underleg.
What? What's a clean-shaven underleg?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've got hairy legs though, super hairy legs. And on to the part of the show, moving on very quickly, that is becoming now a definite regular feature. It's Dave Forsdyke's Reasons to be Grateful, Silver Linings. So thanks, Dave, for continuing to send these in, and hopefully we're going to be sharing them every single day.
Yes.
So today, and we'll put the links for the YouTube videos and stuff in the show notes, residents of a care home in Wales have created a life-size version of the children's game Hungry Hippos, with wheelchairs and baskets on sticks. That video is definitely worth a watch, and we'll put it in the show notes. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has donated £1 million to medical centres in Spain so they can buy essential protective gear and equipment. Let's hope many more wealthy celebrities and sportsmen step forward to help. And I reckon
Yes.
at a time of need, it's really important to, if you've got the resources to help if you can. But also there's been a environmental benefit, and satellite readings show large-scale reductions in air pollutions. Scientists claim that this shows we can all benefit from a low-carbon economy, and we'll see what happens with that. Potentially moving to this new world might make an environmental change. What do you think?
Yeah, that's probably about right. If you see, there's loads of animals emerging onto the streets and filling up
Yeah, I'm just worried about when I go out for my run, whether there's going to be a lion or whatever.
Did anyone watch the jellyfish video from yesterday? Because that was a brilliant video.
Well, we talked on, was it yesterday's podcast or the day before?
I don't know, we talked about jellyfish.
We talked about jellyfish and the way they're born. And we got sent a video, we'll put on the show notes to this podcast, of a jellyfish being born. It might be the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Told you!
I know, it's brilliant. So we are definitely gonna be sharing that.
Yeah.
And on every live podcast, we always talk about a previous podcast. And my recommendation to, if you've got some time on your hands and you like podcasts, is to go back to the Kindness Project podcast, episode 1.
Oh, God.
Now that
We were so cringy.
well, I think we still are, to be honest, but hopefully we've got a little bit better.
What was
But
that? Favourite book characters?
Can't even remember what question we asked, but now we are 115 episodes in. What do you do with the podcast? Do you start at the beginning or do you go halfway through?
I always start at the beginning because I listen to fiction podcasts, so I
Yeah.
don't start at the beginning. I don't understand the story.
So listeners, on www.thekindnessproject.co.uk, go to the first ever podcast and just let us know what you think of us initially. I think we've improved over time.
Yeah, I like to think so. It's not as cobbled together as it was back then.
It's still a bit cobbled together, but
I really thought you were going to suggest something like, I don't know, the Barry and Beryl episode for a laugh.
Well, I'll save that one for tomorrow. But yeah, Barry and Beryl was an amazing episode. Okay, so here's the comments we've had both live and yesterday on people's favourite snacks. Now, interestingly, what we tend to get is we ask a really serious question like, what's your life's philosophy, or something like that.
Do you think humans are truly good? I think it was episode 10?
Tumbleweed. We get 2 or 3 comments. You ask a question like, what's your favourite Muppet, or what's your favourite snack?
What's your favourite biscuit was a big debate.
What's your favourite biscuit? The comments come rolling in. And clearly it's on a lot of people's minds at the minute because they're...
Food. It's in the fridge. It's in every cupboard we own.
Let's open that fridge. So thanks to everybody's comments, and we're still live, so tell us, if you've not commented already, what is your favourite snack? First, I want to mention Amy Rowe on Twitter, at Amy L. Rowe, who said crisps, not ×1, times 10,000. So she's obviously buying bumper packs. Heidi Ball said something with cheese. I don't know, let's go with cheese on toast. So just clearly anything with cheese. Trev Robinson said fish finger sandwich. Lauren Ball said mango or watermelon slices.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I think that fruit as a snack is the right choice.
I'm partial to a mango hedgehog.
But I'm still wandering to the kitchen, going past the fruit bowl to the biscuit tin and getting a Jammie Dodger. I mean, I know it's the wrong choice.
See,
but
you have not mastered the greatness that is enjoying a fruit to its full capacity.
How'd you do that then?
You pick a fruit, you worship it, and now you live for it.
Right, so how do you worship a fruit?
You eat nothing but that fruit for one day.
What, you want me to eat just what fruit? Give me an example, right?
I spent a day when I was 6 eating nothing but oranges, and now I just couldn't live without them.
Right, so how do you worship an orange?
I don't know.
Do you put it in a shrine and sort of bow down to it? Sorry, like a Burning Man style.
Like a Burning Man.
Where were you lighting oranges on fire and worshipping them? What is going on with this? I don't know. Anyway, Trev Robinson said fish finger sandwich. Lauren Ball said mango and watermelon slices. Although I hope you're not treating them like gods and putting them on shrines and for some reason burning them. Nick Ramsden, a man after my own heart. Scotch eggs. Definitely Scotch eggs. Steve Dan said anything fattening. I know I'm feeling your pain, Steve. John Cook said he's partial to an apple. Maybe he worshipped his apple, I don't know. And Cassie Dates shared friend of the show, clearly, my wife and Charlotte's mum, said honey yoghurt mixed with peanut butter with sliced apple to dip on it. Unhealthy answer, blue cheese, crackers and onion chutney. But if you've never tried yoghurt mixed with peanut butter with a bit of fruit dipped in, that is definitely...
You will never make it better than Cassie Dames.
Clearly,
It's just the truth of it, really.
But it's like, you know what, I think we're biased on that because you always think your mum or your wife makes the best food, don't you?
But she does.
Apart from my mum couldn't cook for toffee. But and then we had another comment from Roberta White who said cheese, grapes and mango or noodles. Linda Fuller said, I've got some dried sweet corn, goes in the microwave in a glass container, put a plate cover and cook it till it has all popped. One small tip, take them out as they pop, take them out as they will burn. Now, can I just have a massive shout out to Hazel Grace, who's a friend of the show. We've interviewed her about her charity, and that episode's coming out soon. But she's recommended a dish that's certainly been really popular on the Facebook feed. And again, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation. Do you want to do it?
No, I'll let you do it. I'll let you
butcher it.
Yeah.
Whey Sudoku and gin. Packet noodles, onion tomatoes, lime juice, chilies, coriander, chaat masala and salt. Very, very tasty. So thank you for that. Richard Earl said his favourite snack would be a meal. Clearly, lockdown's not treating Rich well. And Ian at My Money Alive said, my favourite ever album about snacks is Snack Time by the Bare Naked Ladies. Now, I just want to... That started a bit of a...
Bare Naked Ladies.
I love the Bare Naked Ladies. 1 Week is possibly one of my favourite songs.
We used to recite in the car.
We used to know all the words to 1 Week, didn't
yeah.
we? But also, I want to give a big shout out, because then it started a bit of a conversation on Twitter about... Because Snack Time by Bare Naked Ladies is a album designed for kids.
Yeah.
And I think the best kids' songs are by another band.
They Might Be Giants.
Amazing. They Might Be Giants does some amazing. If you want a song about snacking, have a look at Eats Everything. It's on Spotify by They Might Be Giants. That's my music
Just
tip of the
generally
day.
listen to They Might Be Giants because all of their songs.
Yeah, but They Might Be Giants. Big shout out for them. And Ian at Money Live said Snack Time by the Bare Naked Ladies. That's your Spotify tip of the day. You've got to give that a listen. Judith Hitchens' amazing choice. Sponge fingers dipped in tea. Like that. Serena Duffy said at the moment it's a cup of green tea and a baby bell. Once upon a time I used to love a chopped up green mango with a sprinkling of salt and chilli, and I like the idea of the sweet, the hot and the salt combined. We've had a comment from Justin Gaffney. Hi Justin, how are you? Blue Bounty Bars, and Kay Potter, who's my sister, has made the comment that liver pasta was her favourite snack, and that's something my mum used to make genuinely as a meal. Liver pasta, not good. Roberta White said, lots of chocolate for my birthday, so a cup of coffee with a chunk of chocolate. And then she's put a weird comment, wow springs to mind. I don't know why wow springs to mind. I don't know who's eating wows as a snack. Karina Murray said poutine, and Cleary said a nice bar of Galaxy. The problem is with big bars of chocolate is you get one bit and I don't know where to stop. I don't know where to stop. Kamal provided us with a comment of peanuts, cheese and onions, chopped and mixed with some pepper and chili sauce flakes. For extra unhealthy, add smashed crisps. So that, my friends, is the end of another podcast. Mike's quoting song lyrics. Thank you for those amazing song lyrics, Mike. And on that note...
is it really?
From me, from Charlotte...
Are you sure?
...to your birdhouse in your soul. Do you see what I've done there? Oh no, it's not the end, is it?
Mum's on my phone, so I'm trying to find my email, because I sent you an email. Here we go, found it.
Right, so you've got another amazing joke?
Yes.
Go on then.
I sold my vacuum the other day. It was just collecting up dust.
And on that note, my friends, bye.
Bye.